Hey guys, what's up? Druid Sage here. So, finally, we have a new tier list video and somebody subscribed, that's cool. OBS notification, but yeah, finally a tier list. I did this one a few months ago, but now is the perfect time to do it again because this is the best the game has ever been. All the classes are powerful, everything is balanced, more or less. Of course, there could be tweaks, but I feel everything is fucking perfect, almost perfect. And I don't think too much will change, honestly, after patch 12. You know, they're just not going to slap conviction on assault all of a sudden or something like that. So it's gonna be like this probably for months and months and months, if not forever. So let's start. Let's start getting into it. I have an OBS here. I'll record the game, you know, to show you some perks, and really gonna try to go in depth. So co-op, siege, operation stratagems, true solo, ops, siege stratagems. We can go like highest skill cap class, easiest to play, hardest to play. Yeah, and I'm gonna try to make it as factual as possible. So, you know, some things can be relative if the content is not hard enough, but we have the siege mode. You know, we can see the waves that are completed. We have the hard stratagems, which are insanely hard now. Even with the cutscene stratagems, we have mods. I mean, even the base game in some situations can be hard. So, yeah, gonna make it factual. Some things, you know, you can be biased towards, you know, the class you play the most. But I played pretty much everything now. Playing over a year, completed every hardest challenge in the game. There hasn't been anything that I haven't completed, honestly. And yeah, in terms of modded, unmodded stratagems, siege, records, everything. If you've been following my channel, you know that I haven't played Vanguard at all up until maybe 1 or 2 months ago. So I'm finally maxing him out. I did some hardest content, you know, in the game with him, even, you know, true solo on level 1, just to get the hang of the class. And finally, I mean, I still haven't leveled up all the fucking weapons, but I have all the meta weapons, like the best ones. Yeah, as you know, it takes a long fucking time to grind everything in this game, and I just don't have time for that, nor I want to do it. But if we get the heroics, you know, for every single weapon, it will be easier and maybe more viable. For now, we're just taking the meta weapons, and well, at least on the classes that I don't play too much, like Vanguard. But we have, you know, pretty much everything. I even played like the patches before. Have the cracked version of patch 1, patch 4. You know, playing a little bit with that recently. I still have it on the PC, just to see how ridiculous the game was before. It's pretty interesting, you know. It wasn't that hard as people say. It's probably much easier. Except you're gonna get tossed around quite a lot if you don't know what you're doing. But, you know, all classes are powerful, like I said. Like, perks honestly do not matter that much. Like, you can complete everything on level 1. You will not have knockback resistance, you know, still. But with all the classes, yeah. Who the fuck is calling me now? Anyways, guys, as you know, I don't script the videos, so we're just gonna try to make it in one take and see what's going on. Let's start. For example, let me pull up the notepad. Let's start with co-op. Yeah, let's start with co-op. So, pretty much the GOAT, the Bulwark. As you know, one of the strongest class, well, probably the strongest class single-handedly in the game. What makes it so good? Two things. Invigorating icon, heal on demand, very powerful. You just pop it on execution, or you just pop it for defense, or whenever you pop it, like, you know, just spam attacks and you'll get contested HP back. Great. Heal more mortal wounds, very, very powerful. Like, you know, the health is most valuable resource in the game, and this class has insane health economy. Also, the lower HP you have, the more damage resistance you have, and you have Steel Within, you have Conviction, you have even like extreme version of 40 to 30% more HP. You have one shot on Extremist. You have everything. You have shield for animation cancel, like a free 100% range damage resistance, and an animation cancel, and a shield bash. You know, a distance closer, and you have ammo regen. I mean, I can go on talking about this class forever and forever. And let me see. Turn off the phone. Yeah, so that's it about Bulwark. As always, S tier in co-op. Now, the class that might be even more powerful than him, maybe not in terms of like self-play, but in terms of team play, Tactical. Now, what makes Tactical so strong? We all know it. The scan. The scan is borderline OP. I mean, it is overpowered, honestly. Still not as strong as in the previous version. If you remember Tactical for before, he was so powerful. Like, I remember when I started playing the game, I did True Solo Lethal, I think it was, or Absolute. I didn't know anything about the game. So just run Battle Focus, Concentrated Fire, and you were melting bosses. If you remember, like Bolt Carbine, you just literally delete the bosses. It would apply Concentrated Fire, it would apply Priority Targeting. It was insane. Still, with all the nerfs after patch 8, this class did become significantly weaker, but you know, it's kinda still the same in co-op situations. You know, you just pop scan on the boss and you melt it. Overall, strong class. You have infinite ammo, you have nice weapon damage, and that's pretty much it. Nothing more to say about Tactical. Now let's move on. Another S tier class, Vanguard. Vanguard, whatever you want to call it. Why Vanguard? Well, Vanguard has always been strong, especially when Siege came out. You know, people started to realize how important the healing is, and Unmatched Zeal, very powerful and noob friendly. You know, you're healing your whole team. You don't need the coordination of a Bulwark for Invigorating Icon. Very powerful heal. He is very powerful class. I didn't know he was this powerful before I leveled him up. He basically has Fortitude, Conviction, Knockback Resistance, and the Thrill of the Fight, 20% less HP. That is insane damage reduction. Yes, he does only 2 armor, armor bars, but he also has armor recharge on a grapnel and 15-second cooldown ammo recharge on kills. Insane class. You can even go double healing if you want to be, immortal, literally. But yeah, also he has great AoE damage, insane AoE damage. While being immortal, like, this class is very good. It's definitely S tier in co-op, and in solo we'll go into that later. But yeah, very powerful. Only downside of this class is no ammo regen and no boss damage. But if you run it with Tactical or whoever, you can mitigate that flaws. An overall strong class you cannot miss with Vanguard. Okay, so let's move on to the next class, Assault. Assault, how to think about Assault? Assault in operations and stratagems. I'd say he's not that valuable as those 3 classes. Like, you would rather have Bulwark, you would rather have Tactical, you would rather have Vanguard. Would you rather have Assault? No, for stratagems and operations, we are not talking about Siege. You probably don't want him. If you change comp like this, maybe you can, burst the boss. Yeah, maybe you can burst the boss faster, but on its own, like, we are talking about every comp. So, counting in the sniper or the heavy, like, you don't give them any bonus as Assault. You know how the perks are on Assault. Basically, you have this dogshit perk. It's good only for him, maybe for Bulwark also, melee classes, but Gunstrike is cool. but there isn't too much, you can run Wings of Flame, it's mostly like a solo build. You can go Zealous Blow, but then there are not enough enemies to cycle them, so I love Assault, but we're just doing a factual tier list, so he's A tier here. Still very strong, he's not like C or D tier. Like definitely A tier. Now, Sniper, it's hard to say about Sniper. Still, I would not prefer it over the classes that have healing or just buff the team. But, he's still A tier. Is he above Assault? I don't know, honestly. He can be very strong, like with Camo Cloak Cancel, he can be almost immortal. Like he's very powerful on its own. He can melt the Neurotrops, Tyranids, he's very strong versus Tyranids, but versus Chaos he's mid. Still, he's kinda strong with Bolt Carbine, you can carry a lot. You can carry with him. He's not weak at all, but he's more like, he can carry solo if you're really good. But in terms of adding to the team, I don't think he's too valuable, but on its own, in a team, he's good. I mean, Assault has Power Fist, so that's, maybe a little bit more burst on like Carnifex. Yeah, I mean, he struggles, Sniper struggles versus Chaos, so just gonna put him like this. Heavy, I'd say Heavy is the S tier. He is very powerful, like, Plasma, especially, he kind of fall off a little bit recently, just because everybody pushed, the level so hard in Siege and everything, but talking in Operation Stratagems, he still has, like, the best guns in the game. Pretty much, this is the best build, or you can take this, but you don't really need it in co-op. Yeah, 30% more HP, Fortitude, buffed version of Fortitude and Conviction on a range class, guys, that is insane. Also, more damage reduction on a range attacks. Sorry, more damage reduction. Iron Halo, more damage reduction. He's absolutely insane. Absolutely insane. He's on a Bulwark level tankiness, but your range, if you're running Heavy Plasma Incinerator, you will obliterate everything. I mean, all the weapons are strong, multi-melta, noob friendly, you just tap it, stagger enemies, there are not too many enraged enemies in operations, unlike in Siege, and I mean, very powerful class, pretty straightforward. I think he's above both Sniper and Assault. Okay, I forgot to change the window to show you what I was talking about, but yeah, Fortitude, Conviction, whatever. Or did I forget? Doesn't matter. I told what I want about him. So, yeah, that's it for the... Can you remove them? No, you can't. That's it for co-op, stratagems, and Absolute. Now, let's talk about co-op Siege. Should we do co-op Siege or... Yeah, let's do co-op Siege. Now, co-op Siege, a little bit different. If you're trying to push the highest waves, honestly I don't play co-op too much. I don't like it. The game starts lagging too much. It's very weird on the higher waves, but it's still entertaining. It's probably the most entertaining thing to watch, and I watched quite a lot of that. Pretty much I know all the records, solo, co-op, everything, I know the waves, I've been following that. So I can give you a pretty factual tier list here. So let's start with the strongest class, Tactical. Now, why is Tactical the strongest? Same thing as in co-op, Absolute and stratagems. It's just a scan. Also, grenade launcher. Where is it? Yeah, I actually have it equipped. Grenade launcher with this perk. Skilled supplier. No, sorry, what am I talking about? Where is it? Spare power. Yeah, collecting an ammo box restores ability recharge by 25%. This is huge. This is huge. You get free grenades. You literally melt bosses. This class is overpowered. It's literally overpowered for Siege. It's the best class. You cannot play without this class. And he is the GOAT. He is that guy. He is the best. He is the best. And there is no question about this. He is the best class for Siege in co-op. Now, the second best class, Bulwark. Why Bulwark? Same thing as in Ops and stuff. Insane damage reduction, that gets even more value the higher you go in the waves. Good damage with Power Fist, melt bosses, especially when you place a scan. So he is tanky, he has damage, and most importantly, he can save the team, you know. He is not dying, he's placing the banners. Maybe I'm way too close to the mic. He is planting banners. You can get a reacher so easy in a Siege. You know, you just hold the shield and you get the reacher back, place another invigorating icon, another, and another one, and you just go endlessly, heal the team, very valuable. Now, the third class, I would say, is Vanguard. I mean, this is basically the same tier list as Operations. You know, if you're playing a pub, you know, public matchmaking, fuck are these ads? Okay, I will gift. Block this ad. It's probably a scam, but anyway. Yeah, you know, Zealous, Unmatched Zeal, very powerful for your team wherever they are on the, you know, Siege mode on the map. They're getting healing. Powerful, wave clear. Now he does struggle with bosses, but if we are talking like he is a powerful class, like why would you not take him? We are talking about, you know, public matchmaking, and if you want to try hard, do the highest wave, or you just want to play casually, like with 3 people, he is a great choice. He's a great pick. Now, the next class is Assault. Now, maybe you can put Assault above him, but we are talking overall. This is not a tier list, a best Siege comp, a best, you know, this is the best comp. We all know, we've seen the records. The record is like 50 or something by Chinese. They did cheat, I wouldn't count it as a record. The record is 49 by Haze, Trigon, and Tigron, whatever you want to call him, and Volo, and 49. So this is like the best Siege comp, but in terms of like Siege mode, you know, co-op Siege mode, I just say Vanguard is better. And because of the healing just the goat of this game, like I said 100 million times. But next is Assault. Yes, guys, Assault is S tier. Everybody should know that by now. In you know, Siege, co-op Siege, he just has insane wave clear. I mean, let me show you. You know, I've been playing Assault quite a lot. Got a record every single patch on solo with Assault. I know how powerful he is, and yeah, very, 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 very powerful. I mean, I don't want to go too much in depth, but you know, this is the build. You demolish the spawns, especially with tactical. He places the scan, you slam onto it, you cycle the ground pounds with Zealous Blow. Absolutely insane class. Highest damage in the game, highest damage potential. He is very good now. I mean, he is the best. He is the best damage dealer. I mean, tactical. Yeah, when tactical enables him, he is the best. When tactical enables him, he is the best, but on its own, tactical is obviously better. Now, Sniper and Heavy. Now, unfortunately, Heavy, he has fallen off because I mean, he's still good. I would say he's still S tier. You know, if you're playing, not try-harding, but on the highest waves, he will fall off because the guns don't matter anymore. You You don't want to charge the guns. Maybe you can use the multi-melta, but you don't stagger the enemies. Or do you stagger? I mean, you shouldn't be able to. I'm not sure. But still, doesn't matter. The damage falls off. You have balance parry window. Later, the game bugs out. Assault is just better. That's how it is. Before he was a Giga Chad, now he is not so much, and that's it. And the last one, we have Sniper. Honestly, I mean, it's hard to say. Like, you would rather have any other class. He is still good, but he struggled versus Chaos. Like, how are you going to, pump that headshots into Halberd or whatever? I'd say he's B tier. Definitely not S tier. Maybe you can put him in A, but this is what I think for co-op Siege. And it's pretty much factual, I think, or if you look historically, these classes achieve the highest waves. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, he probably achieved, because not too many, let's be real, not too many people try to push the co-op Siege, so you don't really have data that is reliable. But from what we've seen, he maybe did higher than Vanguard, but just people haven't played actually Vanguard. So if they played him, I think he would be better. But yeah, in terms of overall, not just try harding to get the highest wave, just playing the game how it's supposed to be played. Just playing whatever the fuck you want. This is the tier list. So that's it for co-op. Now let's start with solo. With solo, yeah, let's start solo, absolute and strats. Now, how long am I talking? 22 minutes, that's not too bad. For solo, let's see. For solo, obviously we are talking about true solo absolute, not lower difficulties. I mean, even literally same as absolute, just you get more spawns on absolute. And stratagems, yeah, we'll talk about Siege later. So obviously, again, the strongest class, Bulwark. I don't want even to switch the game to show why he's the best. We have the evidence, all the seemingly quote-unquote uncompletable content, or at that time, if you have for example stratagem, you have 1 day to complete it, not everybody can play whole fucking day. You're just gonna take the Bulwark because he is the best. Invigorating Icon, block, access to block weapons, block Power Fist, block Power X now, it's even probably more powerful as Tyranids. Invigorating, I said, intimidating aura, one tap extremists, shield bash, shield rush, all the builds, damage reduction, you cannot die. He is just way too strong. Way too strong. Animation cancel, all the weapons feel good on him. He even has solid range damage, with the perk, Hammer Regen, everything. There is, I think, I made a video, a meme, 100% win rate on absolute, but that is true. I don't know if I ever, if I tried. For example, let's take Decup. Decup is the easiest one probably, depending on the modes and modifiers. But usually, if you're talking about absolute, Decup is the easiest one. Of course, if you practice the boss. If you haven't practiced the bosses, the boss operations are the hardest. If you practice the boss operations are the easiest. And yeah, he just has an easy time and everything, and there is no question about this. Suboptimal state, extreme challenge, whatever you want to slap, even modded games, double terminus, even the triple terminus in some modes, no contested HP region, whatever, it doesn't matter, this class is the best. Now, let's go for the second best class. Now, this is very hard to say because all classes are very powerful in vanilla settings. So, true solo absolute, it doesn't really challenge the class that much because you can complete everything on a level 1 without knockback resistance, without anything. You just need weapons, max weapons, and that's it. You probably don't even need max weapons. It is possible on all classes, so it's hard to judge. We have to go into extremes, because if we are not going into extremes, I would put all classes into S tier. We would just have slight distinction between S tier classes. But let's try to incorporate. We won't incorporate the modes, but let's incorporate what we have, like vanilla content that is hard stratagems with extreme challenge, suboptimal state, precision strike. Now we will have even buff terminus. We might even have double terminus. All the other shenanigans bullshit. So yeah, in terms of all that, I think Vanguard is probably the second strongest class. Again, repeating myself, but that's just how the game is. Healing is just way too valuable, and the damage doesn't matter in operations. You have infinite time to complete it. You can play more safe. He still has decent burst. If you go for a grapnel, you can shoot the extremist a little bit, do double block charge into hit. You just execute him. You get rid of him. Now the grapnel is blocked, but I still think, even though I didn't play this class too much, he is very straightforward to play. You have healing, you can go double healing, play it safe. He is very powerful. Damage reduction. Now the healing does fall off eventually in the stratagems when the health is too low, but I feel like he is very strong. Now Assault, the third class, very powerful. Probably, like, on the higher end, he is stronger than the Vanguard, but you really need to play good to pull it off. Otherwise, you will just die. You lose HP slowly over time, and you're dead. And on Vanguard, you can make same mistakes, same progress, but you're not losing HP. You're basically gaining HP, which is overpowered by itself. But if we are going to highest difficulty with stratagems, for example, class restriction. I probably shouldn't bring that up because it doesn't, it's just a challenge you do if you really want to challenge yourself. But in that stratagem, I think Vanguard would be good because you can't parry, you can't do anything. With Wings of Flame, you can do it. You have damage while parrying. Also, like the double boss, triple boss. Maybe we'll have triple boss. We'll see in the patch 12. I think Assault has higher potential, just because on Vanguard you cannot kill the bosses. Like, you don't have the damage. You can kill everything else, and then you can slowly drain the bosses. But I'm kind of worried now when I'm not worried and get fucked, but I would like to see ammo regen on Vanguard, also on Assault. But Assault can burn the bosses without ammo, and Vanguard can't. So maybe if we get a double or triple Terminus stratagem in the next patch, maybe he will fall off. But for now, for single Terminus, he might be above Assault. But if we slap like everything, suboptimal state, class restriction, everything, extreme challenge, probably Assault is a little bit better if you know how to play it, of course. Now, for the Sniper probably S tier also. Let me see the game. He is very powerful. You can one shot with the combat knife. You can blast the heads off the Tyranids with Sniper Bolt. He has contested HP. This is basically a heal, a self-heal. It takes a little bit of skill or whatever you want to call it to pull it off. You just press the button, but you have to worry about the cooldown. You cannot spam infinitely chemical cancel. You kinda can, but yeah, he's still very strong, like almost immortal if you know what you're doing. Especially versus Tyranids. He's amazing. Maybe even above Vanguard on Tyranids. Yeah. On the highest possible play, he's probably better, but on Chaos, I don't know on Chaos. I mean, certainly, like, if you can hit a headshot on Chaos, if we are talking theoretically, if you can hit the headshots on Chaos, I mean, you have to be really cracked to do that, but probably then he is better, you know, just more damage, more boss damage, eliminate extremist easily. It's hard to say. Let's say it like this, but still S tier. These are all guys, these are, you know, like miniature differences, miniature. All the classes are very strong. Heavy S tier also, like I said, insane damage reduction, best guns, pretty satisfying to play. Now his only downside holy shit. His only downside is the balance parry window. If this class had a block parry window, he would be so strong. Like, imagine you're just blocking and continuing to shoot. You know, just like what Tactical does. If he had that, he would be maybe the most powerful class in the game, almost. Or even if he had the fencing, he has fencing with this gun, kind of, but it's still not fencing. But it's like a better parry window, so yeah, he kind of fallen off, but he is there. So, and the final one, I'd say probably like this. Tactical, very strong, can melt bosses. Did they change the window? Okay, didn't change the window. So Tactical, also S tier. Is he above Vanguard? Probably on the highest end. He's a little bit difficult to survive on him. Yeah. I mean, it's hard to say now. You know, when I started the tier list, now I'm kind of going like the highest end. You know what is possible to achieve. You know, the more you can pull out the most from. No, probably Bulwark. Then I mean, you can pull up more from Assault, but it's almost impossible. Like, you will not do it. Like, the runs have not been completed that have been completed on Bulwark. So Bulwark is just, you know, the strongest. Even if you master the Wings of Flame, there are still situations where the game can fuck you up, and you cannot recover from that unless you are a Bulwark. So Tactical, hard to say, man. He did kind of fall off since patch 8. Before, if you remember Tactical, he was my first class. He was by far he was more powerful than Bulwark before patch 8, guys, and that was a long time. For 8 patches, he was the most powerful class. He was so powerful, but now he has fallen off. But only thing that's keeping him strong is the Pyroblaster. Now, the Pyroblaster is just too strong. Pyroblaster is too strong. It just melts the bosses. Don't need any particular skill for this. You just need to play like a pussy, you know, to survive. And this class is great. But it's hard to say, man. Is he over the heavy? With Pyroblaster, I would say heavy is powerful also, but Tactical has the block charges. I mean, yeah, guys, that's it for true solo, absolute, and stratagems. I think this is the tier list. Maybe we can put even Vanguard over, you know, just because of healing. For example, Extreme Challenge, you're just gonna get, you know, slowly burned down. Maybe even like this. Currently. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't matter. All the classes are strong. All the classes can complete all the content. It's just, you know, what you prefer to play, and I say every class is S tier. Definitely. You know, what position? I mean, the first 3 are, I think, pretty accurate. Last 3, it comes down to preference. Okay. Now let's do Solo Siege. Now, True solo hard siege, very difficult, probably. I mean, second for second, it's not the hardest content, but overall, it is the hardest content in the game. You know, just pushing to the highest wave, extremely difficult, extremely time consuming. You need to know positioning, timings, everything. And yeah, but let's see what the classes are best for that. Here we have again tactical in the S tier. Now, actually I should have made the list, and I should have made the points. So S tier is, for example, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 points, and then just calculate what the class is the best overall. But yeah, doesn't matter. We have tactical in the S tier again. So we have a factual, waves completed. 27 on tactical. Yeah, he's pretty strong. I always knew he's strong. It's just a matter of time and somebody will try him. Insane boss damage, especially in Siege, where you have infinite resources. His only weakness is survivability, and that's what's the problem in operations or stratagems. But in Siege, you have so much. You have infinite resources, infinite steams, infinite relics. So the survivability does not really matter. It's all about the speed, it's all about the damage, and this class is the king. With the grenade launcher or the pyroblaster, he just melts everything. Straightforward, you get 2 block charges, you apply the battle focus. If you run in battle focus, you can run precision, whatever it's called. Yeah, man, he just achieved the highest waves, 27, I think, or 27 completed or something like that. Yeah, 27 completed, and he's just the best. I think he can go even further. He can probably be the first class that can complete 28, but you really have to be good. And the thing about him is you just have to learn to use a grenade launcher. Grenade launcher with Oaks and positioning, it's unbelievable. You're burning down everything. Anyway, enough talk about that. He is the strongest class. Factually, he achieved the highest wave. Or tie wave, but maybe he gone a little bit further in terms of seconds, but it doesn't matter. Now, the next most powerful class for Siege is Assault. Also, we've seen this, you can see on my channel, like the first class that reached wave 25, did it myself. Very difficult, double or triple boss on 25, that reached 26 actually, that completed 25. First class that actually even got to 24, I think. 23, 24, 25. Maybe the heavy could have gone to 24 before. But yeah, first class that got to 25. Have that video, check it out. Almost got to 20. Yeah, completed 26. And almost got to 27, like maybe it was 10-20 seconds away. Unfortunately, I couldn't get it. I was just aiming for 26. Maybe if I aimed for 27, I could have gotten 27. Even 28 is a possibility with Assault. But the new record is by Hayes. He did it 27, I think. Maybe like one day after I did my run. So yeah, new record 27. And the tactical is Volo. He did the record. Check him out, YouTube, or I don't know. He has a Twitch. Hayes, Hayes. He has a run, and yeah, I think it's possible to go even further. Somebody can do it. I think I can do it, but I don't have the willpower to, sit many hours with this. Maybe Hayes can do it, but I think he's also burnt out from the Siege. So, we'll see. Maybe somebody shows up who goes even further beyond. But yeah, let's continue. The third best class is the Heavy. Factually, Heavy was always the strongest. I think Hayes got to 28 with double tap Melta. Now that is a bug. I don't count it. Same as I don't count the record from the Chinese wave 50 because they cheated. But this is different. Hayes didn't cheat. It's just a bug abuse or not abuse. You're just playing the game. That's how the game is. But it's not valid. Like he is not S tier anymore. He was just best for one patch until they fix it. If Saber would actually fix the simple bugs immediately, like it takes one day to fix this, it would not be possible. So we are ranking him like at the current state he is probably the third most powerful class. He can probably get to 25 now. Now, like I said before, the thing is the chaos is different now. Yes, it was harder before, but it was not harder because of it was more Rubicon Marines. No, it was actually easier before with Rubicon Marines. Same as Assault. It's people think it was. It's weird. After patch 8, everything changed. Everybody got, especially Assault, got range damage reduction, and it was so easy. Like the chaos was a joke with Assault. You just have infinite. Let me show you in game. You just have infinite amount of range damage reduction. Like look at this. 30%, 20%, and the Power Fist has 20%, and you have 30% when you're. No, this is 50%. This is actually even more insane. 50% when you're below 30% HP. So you have infinite damage reduction, and you cannot die versus Rubicon Marines. Like it is impossible. Even the Terminators, like melee Terminator is a joke. He is only dangerous with Terminus is chasing you. Even the range Terminator is a joke. Like you had so much damage reduction, and you would just trivialize chaos. The problem was the sorceresses. Multiple sorceresses could spawn, and you just not kill them fast enough. It was not a problem surviving. Now, with addition with chaos spawn, things changed a little bit. It helped the melee classes with the kill speed. It did get harder in terms of, okay, you need to learn Chaos Spawn, but when you learn the Chaos Spawn, it becomes easier. So you can cycle ground pounds, you can do whatever you want, you can even Wings of Flame them now, and it just made melee classes much better. Now, how much better we don't know, because, as I said, there were multiple sorcerers. It was like the main thing, 3 sorcerers spawning the Rubicon Marines. How are they called? Rubicon, whatever Marines, Rubik Marines. Yeah, so it's hard to judge. But what was I talking about anyway? For the heavy, now with the Chaos Spawn, with the balance parry window on a higher wave, you can get eliminated literally. So you cannot cast the guns, you cannot charge the plasma when there are like 3 Chaos Spawns stacked on top of each other, attacking you with their barrage of attacks, and you have to parry it with a balanced parry window. Even if you parry it and you do a gunstrike, you will still get killed because you don't have armor reinforcement. So he is in a weird spot. Maybe with the melt it's still the same, but I'm not sure. But definitely he can achieve maybe 25 even now. Is it better than before? Easier? I don't know. Like I said, hard to tell because Chaos was different. If we had now the multiple sorceresses, it would be pretty crazy, but we have less Rubicon Marines, so yeah. Overall, the third class. Anyway, started yapping too much. We don't need this much information for the tier list. The third class, or the fourth class, the Vanguard, he just achieved the most. You can check out the Horg, his YouTube channel. He did a record on 24. I think, no. Did he go to 23 or 24? I don't know, but somewhere there. I'll have to check it later. I think it's 23. Still, pretty good wave. Very powerful. You have healing. You don't lose resources. You're pretty much immortal. Only problem is killing the bosses, and the Heavy has a lot better time healing the bosses. Now, yeah, we'll have to see. Nobody's playing the Siege, that's the problem. We don't have enough information. We have the records, but Heavy probably can go further. Yeah, if you're optimistic, probably. But who knows? I don't know. still, all classes very powerful in the S tier. It's kind of stupid that tier list with all the S tiers, but that's how the game is right now. Bulwark, we can do like this. Okay, let's do a separation, because 20, almost 28 and 23, it's a big difference. So we can put them in A tier. Now on the B tier, Sniper and Bulwark. Bulwark is tanky, Invigorating Icon is cool and everything, but as you know, the damage reduction does not matter in this mode. It's all about the pace, it's all about the speed, and Bulwark just doesn't have it. Sniper, not sure what is the record, honestly. Maybe there is something on YouTube we can check. I don't think he can go further than 25. I don't think even Bulwark can go further than 25. Those two classes, maybe Heavy can go further than 25, but Vanguard, I don't think he can. So yeah, this is true solo hard siege tier list. Now let's talk about what is there left. Skill cap. Okay, let's talk about that. Let me first get some water. Okay guys, we are back. I fucked something up recording. I left the game open while I was talking, doing the tier list, but I just gonna slap the picture on top, and it is what it is. Fuck it. Now let's continue with the tier list. What we're doing now is high skill cap, and you can see Assault is already here, and yeah, it's not even close. It's not even close with any other class, just because of the build Wings of Flame. So what is it about the Wings of Flame? Well, there you can literally jump and dash every single enemy, every single pattern. You can literally be immortal. I've never seen anybody master this. It's probably impossible to master, but yeah, if 2 Carnifexes are attacking you, 3 Carnifexes, you can literally dodge every single attack, and be permanently in high frames. They're over. For example, if you don't take Piercing Strike, let me show you. For example, this is the build. If you're going Wings of Flame, you can take here whatever you want, Gun Strike, whatever, but this is the main stuff. So with Precision Strike it's a little bit different. You can one combo, or in one dash and one slam you can kill the Extremist. But if you take a Hammer or Rat, or we will have a new perk here in the next patch, there you cannot one shot, and even if you do a dash and go up in the air, slam on him, get even a gun strike, you will not kill him. So there are combos with the jump and dash attack, then going up, or like 2 dashes and a jump and dash attack. Like you can do even triple dash. You can do a triple dash or you can do a double dash on a Ravener. You can dash every single attack from Lictor except the bugged one. You can dash the Terminators, everything. Like you can just keep infinitely dashing Chaos Spawns. If you've seen some of my, when I play in a test menu, when I spawn infinite amount of enemies, it's absolutely brutal, and it's just impossible to master. And if you do master it, there is no. Maybe you can master it if you have thousands of hours on Assault, but the cap is infinite. There are many combos with every weapon, like Heroic Chainsword. You can dash, dash attack, Gun Strike, then do another dash into another dash attack and finish the enemy. You can do a dash, a double dash into dash attack, into another dash, to do another dash attack. Now it gets confusing, but you get what I mean. You can also get like a parry combination, so you dash, and then after dash you can get the parry immediately, or a block. So there are combinations with block weapons. You can even pump the dash attack between that, multiple dash attacks, multiple blocks. You can stack multiple gun strikes. Like you can get 2 gun strikes in a row if you just shoot 2 gun strikes, and you can even like keep the gun tricks while you're in the air. It's just unbelievable, and I can never get tired of playing this class because you can never become a master of it, never, and just the highest skill cap. That's about it. So the second highest skill cap is Bulwark, in my opinion. So let me change the fucking window. Don't forget again. So the second highest skill cap. I mean, this is rough. Actually, yeah. The problem with Bulwark is he is too powerful on its own. There is no reason to do animation cancel. But if you master the animation cancelling with all the weapons, like you can cancel the power sword, all the weapons that have insanely long animations, power rake, thunder. No, you can't thunder hammer, but what's it called? Power X. If you master all of that, you basically also become immortal on top of Bulwark already being immortal, so you can go do some crazy stuff even without invigorating icon, dash build, what's it called? Shield rush, shield dash, whatever. Shield strike, I didn't even know. It doesn't matter, like you can do very amazing stuff with him, and you can play him for thousands of hours, and he'll still be fun. And yeah, there is a lot to learn about this class. Now it's debatable between him and Sniper, because as you know, Sniper is a sniper. You need to have some aiming skill, and you can always improve the aiming. Versus Chaos versus stuff, you have animation cancel, like you have Camo Cloak cancel, and you have advanced Camo Cloak cancel. I don't know why people are not doing that anymore. I watched some videos, like you cancel the cloak by using an attack, but you can also cancel the attack with the backstab. So I don't know why people are not doing it. Maybe it's not working. I haven't played him in a while, but he's maybe even above Bulwark. But yeah, do I really value aiming over the all the animation cancelling? Because he doesn't have any animation cancel, he has a Camo Cloak cancel. So, but it's hard to master the aiming. So I don't know. In terms of skill cap, I mean, yeah, only one weapon on a sniper, basically a sniper rifle, or last fuse. A lot of weapons are whatever, they're like tactical. It's hard to say, but both classes are hard to master. Like, you can play thousands of hours and not master the class. So yeah. Now we get to the easier ones to get the cap. Vanguard, I mean, same thing as Bulwark. He's too powerful, to learn the grapnel. The grapnels don't really matter too much. Yeah, you can hit them, but even if you master them, like, it does take a lot of time to master them, honestly, to hit them reliably. But the game is also bugged, so you can't even hit them reliably if you want to. So yeah, I mean, but still, he's a melee class, very hard. He does have healing, but you can run him without healing, with the Zealous Blow and Zone of Impact, with not Zealous Blow, what am I talking about? The Inner Fire and Zone of Impact. And actually, with that build, I'd say, higher, not too high, like the S tier classes, but A tier. Now, between the tactical, now definitely tactical is not S tier. There's just nothing to learn about tactical. That's the thing. He was my first class that I played. He's the simplest class. When I get some friend to play the game, I always give them tactical, because you just shoot guns, swing the weapons. There isn't any mechanics like Sniper has. At least you have to aim. You don't even have to aim with him. Yeah, you can learn the grenade launcher. Basically, his only like skill cap is grenade launcher. You can always get better at grenade launcher, but in terms of other things like the positioning is same as the other classes. Yes, you do have to be more careful, you know, than other classes that have healing or escape tools. But still, like it's the same concept as every class. Like you have to be careful on every class. Just have to be careful a little more. How much more can you improve that? I don't think too much. Like the game is the same, you move the same. There is even like less, and we are talking in terms of skill cap. I'm not talking like the how difficult he is to play. We are talking like at the peak. You know what things you can learn to improve. Like how many hours can you play tactical? And I don't think you can play tactical like for 1,000 hours. Like you will get bored of tactical after 100 or 200 hours. I mean, he's powerful. That is very interesting. But we are talking in terms of skill cap, so I don't think he has a very high skill cap. Also, he's the only class basically that you don't really need to learn the attack patterns of enemies. If you take a battle focus and you just need 2 blocks and 1 full throttle, and you will one-shot everything. Literally everything. Chaos Spawn, Warriors, Tyranids, even the Extremists, you can one-combo them without leaving them, you know, to do attack. Even if you fail, you can block again and do again, or even you can shoot something. So this is the only class that you don't actually have to learn the patterns. And if you watch my YouTube channel, this was my first like uploaded through solo that I did. It was with tactical because I actually didn't know so many things. It's funny back then, but I was true soloing every single operation. So he's just to reach the maximum with him. It's easy, I think. And yeah, that's to say about tactical, about the skill cap. Now, yeah, with grenade launcher you can always try to do it better. Like, I mean, obviously the grenade launcher tech does help. If we look at the siege record from the team from the China, they are cheating. They use quick scope, which helps tremendously on a tactical, because you imagine if you can pop a grenade on one click. Like, even the grenade gives you contested HP after you are staggered, so you can pop a grenade and you can get hit, you lose some HP and you regain it by the grenade that's launching towards the enemy. So you can always improve on that. And yeah, I mean, I'll put it over Vanguard. Still, you have to perfect the positioning, Yeah, but he doesn't have any mechanics. That's the thing. It's hard to say, man. This is a tough one. I'll just put him over Vanguard. I'm not sure, but maybe if they make the grapnel work differently, where you can actually express your skill. I mean, but yeah, tactical also doesn't have double roll. That just makes the mechanics more dull. You have one roll, you're just rolling like a monkey. Vanguard has double roll. I mean, but yeah, I guess tactical is maybe a bit harder. And the last we have the heavy. Heavy is pretty self-explanatory. Insane damage reduction, insane damage, strongest guns in the game. If you take the Melta or Pyroblaster, it's basically brain dead. Only thing that's holding him back is the balance parry window. You do have to learn the balance, but the weapons are so strong you don't even have to learn them. And there is nothing to, I'm gonna play heavy for 1,000 hours and learn something incredible. There is nothing. He doesn't have any mechanics, and he just probably even in a B tier, But he's fun, whatever, You can still improve on many things, especially on the balance parry. I put him in the A because of the balanced. To learn all the parry windows on all the enemies, and how to get out of the frame traps, you still need to learn quite a few things. So yeah, that's about the skill cap. Assault, Bulwark, Sniper, Tactical, Vanguard, and Heavy. Now let's go for like the how do you call it, the skill floor or the base. Now the hardest class to play is obviously the weakest one. So what makes the class weakest? Well, no damage resistance. So for new players that are trying to play the game, like if you take a tactical, you will get punished. It's simple as that. You need to have like base knowledge of the game. Base knowledge of the game has to be pretty high. Because you will get tossed around, you don't have any damage reduction. Even though you have a large amount of damage, you will still get chipped, a way you can't heal by any means. You have to learn the grenade launcher to use it to get contained HP back. Still you have to learn, even though it's very simple, like he is the easiest class to block with. You just get 2 blocks, you don't even have to learn the patterns, and you obliterate extremist, majoris, anything, but still you can miss, and if you miss you're cooked, and by that you need to learn the block parry window. With fencing you will have even more trouble with him, like if you watch my video about fencing versus block, I do say fencing is viable, but only with armor reinforcement. If you don't have armor reinforcement, fencing is not viable. It's viable, you can use it, but you will get punished, You don't have armor reinforcement and tactical, and he just hardest class to play on a base, level. He's hard, and that's it. Skill cap is not that high, like you've seen previous ranking. There is not much thing to learn about him. He doesn't have any special mechanics, special things, but on its own he is pretty hard to play, and in terms of skill cap he's A, in terms of difficulty he is hard. So yeah, overall pretty difficult class. I don't know which one can be higher than the tactical in a base form. Now of course he is overpowered as any class. Like I said, you can complete everything with level 1, but we're just generalizing here and trying to make some factual tier list. Okay, so we did tactical. Now the second, now we are ranking S is like the hardest class to play, so that's gonna be now probably the second hardest is assault. Assault or sniper, I think. It's probably debatable. Assault is pretty easy these days. There are still classes that are easier, but compared to before, he was definitely the hardest. He didn't have shit. But now you have some damage reductions, you have immortality, iframes while you're ground pounding. Pretty straightforward, but still you will get punished. You don't have healing, and not as punishable as tactical, but you have to know all the bases of the game, so skill floor is pretty damn high. The next one is sniper, just because you have to learn to shoot, to aim. He does have healing, which makes him a lot easier, but still you have to learn it. The blocking is not so straightforward, you have to have some game knowledge with sniper, but then again, I don't know, he was my also like the first video ever that I uploaded on YouTube. It was level 1 sniper on absolute difficulty on co-op, so I was total noob, and still you can pretty much play him, so it's hard to say, but he is hard. I have to think about this. He is easy and hard at the same time. I don't know how to explain it. He's pretty straightforward though, like tactical, you have guns and you shoot them. You block, you use a knife. But having the chainsaw, he doesn't have chainsaw, he has the knife. But yeah, you can still die on him if you don't know what you're doing. So the next class, the hardest class to play, I would say heavy. Why? When we said heavy is already very powerful. Let's do it like this. Well, because of the balance parry window. Balance parry window just sucks. You have to learn all that fucking shit. Even though you have damage reduction and everything, it's just hard, to get that balance stuff. But, he's still pretty easy. Yeah. Now, B, the easiest classes to play are Vanguard and Bulwark. Now, which one is easier? Maybe Vanguard, because you have passive healing, you can go double passive healing and just pray to do kill extremist. You know, it basically plays like a starters mode or something. You have healing, which is very powerful. You don't have to think too much. Yeah, you will lose ammo, but then melee is pretty strong. But you do have to learn, kinda, you know. I mean, it's hard to say, man. Bulwark is probably the easiest one to play, honestly. It's hard to get the parry window, but you can make so many mistakes and recover with the invigorating icon that it's just not close. It's just not close. And yeah, this is the finalist version of like high skill or high skill floor, whatever you want to call it, hardest class to play. Now, yeah, guys, that's it. Long ass fucking video. Try to cover everything, and yeah, I don't think anything will change in a long time. Maybe, you know, we'll get in the new patches, but also tell me what you think in comments if you don't agree with something or whatever, you know. I like to read all the comments. And that's it. That's it for today, and see you in the next video. I don't know what it will be. You know, basically did everything in terms of difficulty. I don't even know, you know. Just playing for fun right now. We'll see. I'll cook something up. Still enjoy to play the game, of course. But I'm not playing that much, you know. Not trying to push the siege, not trying to, you know, spend many hours. So we'll see. But anyway, patch 12 is coming. That's gonna be interesting for new players. I mean, for regular players, I don't know. Yeah, custom stratagems. I'll play that. I'll play that for sure. And that's gonna be fun if you can get double terminus. But we kind of already have that with mods. But you know, it's cool to try it in vanilla game, and it's cool to see other players try it, especially the console players who don't have access to the mods. So yeah, that's what I'm excited about in patch 12. Tech Marine he's good, you know, he's fun. You can play him 1 or 2 times before you get bored probably. But yeah, overall looking good, everything's fine. Yeah, we're getting an insane champion skin, you know. That's maybe, you know, a bait. I might have to buy it, we'll see. You know, they always cook something, you know, up to bait, you know, whatever chapter you like. And that's just how the marketing works. So they will probably have every single chapter, so everybody will buy the fucking battle pass. But it's cool, it finances the game if we are going to get good patches. Now, I don't think we are going to get anything good after patch 12, but who knows, we'll see. Anyways, guys, that's it. Tier list by Druid Sage. Try to make it factual as possible, and yeah, peace.